Jimi Hendrix is one of the greatest guitarists of all time, point blank period, and have spurred a million of cult followers since his untimely demise in 1970. Even though he had a mainstream career of only 4 years, he's arguably the most influential electric guitarist in the history of popular music. Here is the gear that he used. The start of the list is his list of guitars. He used the Epiphone FT79 Texan, the Martin D45, the Gibson Jimi Hendrix Flying V electric guitar, a Gibson SG Custom that he played on the Dick Cavett show. Don't demonetize me, YouTube. A custom left-handed Flying V Gibson electric guitar, a Silvertone Dan Electro electric guitar, the Epiphany Wilshire electric guitar, the Super Ozark 1560s electric guitar, the Fender Duo Sonic electric guitar, the Fender Duo Sonic Rosewood Blonde electric guitar, a 1968 Fender Stratocaster electric guitar, the 1968 Fender Stratocaster Woodstock electric guitar, the Fender Monterey Stratocaster electric guitar, the white Stratocaster electric guitar that Jimi played at the Seville Theatre in London 3 days after the Beatles released Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Heart Club Band that he smashed, the 1965 Fender Astoria Stratocaster guitar, Jimi's first Fender Stratocaster, which was a white 1964 model with rosewood fingerboards that cost him, wait for it, $289, a Gibson 1955 Les Paul custom electronic guitar, a Fender Mustang, a Fender Jazzmaster, a white 1967 Gibson SG Custom, a Tony Zamaida's Jimi Hendrix 12-string, which can be seen in his famous 12-string blues intro to a film about Jimi Hendrix, which was made 3 years after his death. Also, the guitar can be seen in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in Cleveland, Ohio. He used the Rickenbacker 330 electric guitar, the Fender Jaguar electric guitar, the Mosrite Joe Mathis 12.6 double neck guitar, the 1958 Gibson Les Paul that he famously played backstage while hanging out with the Rolling Stones. Note, it could have belonged to Keith Richards. To continue the list, he used the Ampeg Dan Armstrong Plexi electric guitar, the Black Widow Spider guitar, the Gretsch Corvette, the Gretsch G6 117 double anniversary, the 1960s Dan Electro Bronze Standard, the 1969 Gibson Flying V Black, the 1956 Gibson Les Paul Custom, the 1960s Gibson ES345, the Fender Bronco, which was used for one night by Jimi Hendrix and given away to Brian Levine, the Hofner Club 50, the 1966 Lake Placid Blue Fender Stratocaster, the Rickenbacker 360 12-string electric guitar, the Jimi Hendrix Sunburst Fender Stratocaster that Jimi used for the Miami Pop Festival in 1968, the Dan Electro Shorthorn 3012, and last but not least, the Fender 1960 Stratocaster Ice Blue Metallic electric guitar. Now let's cover the 3 bass guitars Jimi used. He used the Hagstrom 8-string bass guitar, the Fender Precision bass, and the Fender Jazz bass. Now let's get into the effects pedal that the late great Jimi Hendrix used. The first one he used is the Univox U915 Univibe, the Vox V846 Wah-Wah, the Roger Mayer Axis Fuzz, the Roger Mayer Wedge-shaped Octavia, the Electro Harmonix EH3003 Triangle Big Muff PIV1, the Maestro FZ1 Fuzz Tone, the Gil Foxy Lady V2, the 1966 Marshall Super Fuzz pedal, which the receipt was auctioned off for, the Vox Clyde McCoy Wah-Wah pedal, the Shinny Univibe, which he famously used at the Woodstock Festival to do songs like the Star Spangled Banner and Machine Gun, the D. Armand 610 Volume Tone, and the Roger Mayer Octavia Classic. Let's get to the amps that the great Jimi Hendrix used. He used the Marshall Super Lead guitar amplifier head, the Fender Dual Showman guitar amplifier, the Sun Coliseum PA, where he made a deal with Sun Amps after the Monterey Pop Festival that in exchange for his input on development of their amps, they will supply the Jimi Hendrix Experience with equipment for 5 years. In 1967, Jimi started using a Sound City stack that comprised one 100-watt amplifier with two 4x12 speaker cabinets. He played through a Sun's 100 amp, driving four Sun 100's 2x15 cabinets, the 1966 Marshall JTM 45 100 heads, the Amp Portaflex B15N flip top that he played on Dick Cavett show, the Fender Twin amp, and last but not least, the Fender Princeton Reverb Original Issue 68 Silverface. Now let's go over the microphones that Jimi Hendrix used. Let's start with the world famous Neumann U67, which was used to mic Hendrix guitar amp as stated by recording engineer Eddie Kramer. The Biodynamic N160, which was also used to mic Hendrix guitar amp, but it was also used for the vocals on his Electric Ladyland album. The Electro Voice 635A, which he also used as a vocal mic. The Shure Unidyne 3 545S, the Shure Unidyne 3 545, the Neumann KM53, the Sony C37A, the Shure SM56, and the Electro Voice RE15, which he also used as a vocal mic in the studio. The last instrument that Jimi Hendrix used is the left-handed choral electric sitar. Jimi Hendrix is arguably the greatest music instrumentalist that ever lived. Even though he only released 3 studio albums and been in the spotlight for less than a decade, he ended up sculpting an entire generation of guitarists after him and still inspires artists till this day. If you have something interesting about the artist that I didn't cover, put it in the comment section below. If you are interested in any of the gear I spoke about in this video, I have included a link to it in the description below. Thanks for watching.